And we say good morning to you. Thank you for being with us. So sorry to get started late. I hate getting late, but we got caught up again, and there's a lot of traffic in our area now. I guess it's not an excuse, but it is what it is. And there was a wreck, and I was sitting in the wreck traffic. So if you're out and about, I guess it's the holiday season, the growth of this area. They're coming in here in droves. And so our road systems, quite frankly, are becoming pretty clogged all the time. Plus, here in Elizabethton, you know about the bridge. But the good news is they're going to start working on Monday. They're going to start stabilizing the bridge, which is right outside here, the store at Food City, which is great news. And they're going to start stabilizing it starting Monday. And, of course, that'll give us a chance. Hopefully by May, they said it's going to reopen, and that's a good thing. So, anyway, hate getting started late. Apologize. Don't like it, but I can't do anything about it. I got stuck. And so I'm here, and we're going to probably stay on a little longer, obviously, because we've got lots to talk about. Birthdays today, Heart Be Still. Not only is it Kaylin Nave's birthday, she's 18, which really stops the whole world because her mother's sitting right beside me. Taylor Swift's birthday is today. I just read, I don't know if did you read about her last tour? Her face is beat red. I love this lady. I just mentioned her name, she turns red. Let me tell you what she does in every ball game. I love this. I know it's her. I'll go up, I'm broadcasting, she walks in behind me. That's where we broadcasted John Treadway, and I get this little peck, and I'm thinking, I know who it is. It's Annalise, my little buddy, like a little bird. So anyway, her daughter's having a birthday today. Great kid. She was our player of the game. Oh, they're running together. Who was it? Science Hill the other night. She and Jameer Smalls are our players of the game. Had great games, lost, but they played their hearts out. So we've got a doubleheader tomorrow. But anyway, Taylor Swift's having a birthday today. So I read just yesterday where her tour, her latest tour, not gross, but netted, which means after all the bills are paid, she made $2 billion. She has 50, this is incredibly crazy, but she has apparently 50 truck drivers hauling all of her equipment around, all of her stage and props. She gave every truck driver a $100,000 thank you gift per driver. Didn't miss a beat. What is that? 100,000 times 50, it'd be $500,000, isn't it? 500,000. So anyway, she's having a birthday today. You know, it's the American dream. If somebody can pull it off and do it. Are you a Taylor Swift fan? Not particularly. My granddaughter loves her. Sam's all about her. She's been to see her 2 or 3 times, each to their own. But you got to admire the woman who she's chased the American dream. That's the beauty of this country. Entrepreneur. Jack Smith did it with Food City. Harlan Sanders did it with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Taylor Swift did it with music. She's 35 today. Other birthdays. Another guy's made pretty good living singing. Randy O, the lead singer of Alabama, 75 today. John Anderson having a birthday. He is, remember the song Swingin', Just a Swingin'? You remember it? You don't, good Lord. I'm just told my age, I reckon. When I was jocking country music, we had to play that stupid song. It's a good song, but not when you had to play it every 20 minutes. You had to play John Anderson, She's Just a Swingin'. You haven't never heard that song? I'm gonna send it to you during the break. I'm gonna send it to you and let you hear, and you're gonna go, really? Sitting on the front porch, some girl's name, eating chocolate pie and just a swanging. Oh God, I had to play it over and over. Anyway, he's having a birthday today, 70. He's a great, love to hear the guy sing. He's a great country singer. But that song kind of wore on you when you were a DJ and had to play it every. What was the other one I had to play? Bertie Higgins. That's when I was doing Love Notes. I don't know. It's another song by Bertie Higgins that we played over and over and over again. Anyway, moving on. Ted Nugent having a birthday. Wang Dang, Sweet Poontang. Ted Nugent, 76. That's one of his songs. Jamie Foxx, the actor, comedian. You know who Jamie Foxx is? You know him? Okay. If you didn't know that one, I was just going to shut it off and go home. 57. He's 57 today. And Dick Van Dyke, funny guy. We saw where he had to evacuate his home out in California because of the wildfires. And so destroyed his home. He had to get out of there. So he's having a birthday today. Sad that it is. He is 99 today. So that's the birthdays. Again, Charlotte Johnson was sitting on the porch. Thank you, Timmy. Charlotte Johnson. So can you believe this lady sitting beside me has never heard the song She's Just a Swangin'? So she'll hear it before I leave these 4 walls of Food City. She will hear the song Swingin' on her phone. She will go, really? Are you kidding me? This is a country song? God, made millions. You tell me you've heard, what was that one? All the other one I had to play all the time was Don't Break My Heart, Make You Break Your Heart. You've heard that one? Okay. We had to play that one every 15 minutes too when it first came out. So the DJs, we just turned it down. Go out in the hall, get a drink or something, come back, wait till it's over. Don't break my heart, make you break your heart. So, see, when you tune into the show, you never know where we're going with this thing. And so now I'm talking about achy, break your heart, and swinging. Let's talk groceries. We've got a 2-day sale going on today. This is Annalise, the store manager at Food City. Are we still doing the for the pets and the folks?
We are.
The bags, Friends in Need? Mm-hmm. So tell us about that, would you please? That's a really cool thing. You can help out if you want to make a difference with pets or obviously people this Christmas season. You can help them with Food City. Tell them how to do it, would you please?
You can buy a paper bag that is full of for the pets. It's got pet food, the dry food, the wet food, and some treats in it, and some rawhide. And we donate them to the animal shelter at the end of December. That's when we gather all of them up at. And for the the Friends in Need, we do that to the local food banks. We donate all those to them at the end. But it's $15 for spaghetti sauce, spaghetti noodles. I think there's rice and beans and all kinds of things to make meals and stuff in there.
A lot of hungry people out there right now. A lot of hungry people, particularly because of the flood. A lot of people still picking up the pieces. And so you can, for $15, you can make a difference, and all you got to do is pay the money. It's already bagged up, and they'll take the bag and deliver it to the food pantries or to the animal shelters. That's all you got to do. It's Food City makes it real simple, so love it. That's why I love working with these people. Been at them 20-some years. Every Friday go out and do a show because they always, always, always. It's up there on the wall. The late Jack Smith, Steve's dad, said run the best store in town and get involved in your community, and she does in a big-time way. So, and they all do, all the store managers. So anyway, that's a good way you to help. Let's jump in and go. So you've circled the hot can't-miss buys. What are they this week? There's a lot of them, but what's the ones that jump out at you?
The 24-pack Cokes are $9.99. Swaggerty sausages, $7.99. Sister Schubert rolls that you might need in 10 days or so, $5.99. There's a digital coupon for $15 off, $50 in gift cards, but you can only use that. It's for McDonald's, Ulta, Olive Garden, but it makes a great gift if you say 15 off 50.
So you're getting them for $35, basically.
Yep.
So for folks out there, okay, what is a digital coupon? Because we still have folks that they'll come up to me during the show and go, what's that? What's this right? And they'll point to that. I said, so would you please explain what a digital coupon is?
You log in on the Food City website and link your value card, and you clip the coupon to your card, and then there's special ones in there every week, and it takes off automatically at the register without any cashier interference. If you don't have a Food City account, the cashier would still be more than happy to help clip it for your account for you.
See, didn't know that. Just learned something new. All right, good stuff.
But you have to ask.
Gotta ask.
You gotta ask the cashier.
The digital coupon, so it's $50 worth of gift cards for $15.
Or for $35, you save $15.
I'm sorry. You save $15. $50 worth of gift cards for $35. You save $15. There you go. So these are some of the specials going on. The store looks awesome. It is packed full of all kinds of Christmas goodies. Right here is the Sugar Plum premium paper, tableware, napkins, and paper plates.
Christmas ornaments.
There's Christmas ornaments, a bunch of hand-cast, hand-painted little dog Christmas ornaments. If you have a dog, you want to put your favorite dog on the tree and ornament, got those. Around that, we've got those plastic. I'll get you to, once you load up some of that stuff when you take it out of here in a minute. So I guess that means you're leaving now. So I guess that would be, see, as soon as you say, why don't you, it's like, you don't get a chance to say goodbye. Okay, I'm gone. So I get it. So there was a point. This lady would not even come on the show back in the day. But now she does. Thank you, dear. Happy birthday to your daughter, by the way. She's a jewel. A couple of other things. Little Debbie snack cakes are right here for $1.88. Again, they are limit 6 right here on the table in front of us. Nutty Buddy Swiss rolls, cinnamon honey buns, oatmeal cream pies, all right here on the table in front of us for $1.88, limit 6. Ivan Sanders joins us coming up. Terry's coming up next. We got some show and tell to the Bakery Deli. Then Ivan Sanders is here. We're going to talk college football. We got a new football coach at East Tennessee State. Did they make the right choice? I guess time will tell. I, for one, think they jumped the gun, but that's just me. I think it could have been a better. Well, I'll let Ivan Sanders say about it here in a minute. We got Terry coming right now to talk food out of the Bakery Deli, and Ivan Sanders joins us, and we're going to hang together here a little bit. Can't wait to talk to him. He's a good guy. And so we got a doubleheader of basketball tomorrow. We have at 12. Let me say 12:15. airtime. Tip off at 12:30. The Lady Cyclone JV will take on Dobbins Minute, and the varsity plays at 2. And so we've got both of those tomorrow, video and audio, from John Treadway Gymnasium. Terry's in the house. Terry, come on down. She's got a great story. Hello, Ivan Sanders. How you doing, sir? Okay. You're going to love this story. Terry and I got going here early this morning. So, anyway, East Tennessee State's got Will Heaton, the new football coach. And he's out of Chattanooga, served as the head coach at Austin P and Charlotte. So we'll get into that here in just a second. But they have named a new coach, handsome-looking feller. I mean, he can coach, but he's married, got 2 youngins, and there he is. It's on the front page of the Johnson City Press. There you go. So we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. Are you a Taylor Swifter? Are you a Swifter? She's having
Absolutely not.
There you go. She's having a birthday today. She's 35.
Whoop-de-doo.
Well, Terry, honey, tell me how you really think. Don't
hold back.
Don't hold back.
I'm not holding back on you.
No, don't mince. Don't mince words, dear. Just let it rip. So she's not a Swiftie. What do you like the group Alabama?
Yes, I do.
The lead singer's having a birthday today, Randy Owen. He's 75.
Well, we can say happy birthday, Randy.
There you go. Now, do you remember the song "Swingin'"?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's having a birthday too, John Anderson.
Yeah.
Our store manager had never heard of the song "Swingin'" by John Anderson. She just does swinging. So Charlotte Johnson.
She's a pup.
She's a pup. That's it. What's that make us?
Old.
Oh, makes me Johnny Cash. Is that not a hoot? Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Guy comes up to me a while ago. I'll just tell the story, then we'll get into selling these groceries. Comes up to me. I'm going over to make sure she's coming on the show, and she is, and I appreciate that. And the guy says, "You a country music singer?" I said, "No." He said, I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. He said, "You Johnny Cash?" And I'm thinking, now Johnny Cash has been dead probably, 20-some years? I don't even know how long he's been. I'll have to look it up. So I'm not sure that's a compliment. Either I look like I'm dead. It's like, I just said, "No, sir, I'm not Johnny Cash." So, and I just kind of shook my head. He said, and then I'm walking off. He said, "I'll think you're Johnny Cash." I was like, why would I be at the Food City in Elizabeth if I'm Johnny Cash? I mean, really, think this through here a little bit. When he was alive, he lived in Nashville, but he did come back and go to Carter's Fold all the time. But anyway, so I'm not Johnny Cash. I'm just Old Tom. I'm not Tracer. Got that early in the week.
Tracer Act.
Tracer. Said, "You're a country music star. I know you. You're Tracer." Tracer? He said, "Yeah." I'm thinking, you're a big fan. It's Trace, not Tracer. I get this crap all the time. Anyway, thank you for being with us. Thank you for your patience. We got hung up in wreck traffic. We're here in bridge traffic, but we just got to persevere. The bridge will start. They're going to start working on Monday, right outside here. They hope to have it finished and ready to go for us to reopen and reuse it starting in May, which is a good thing. All right, here we go. We've got show and tell out of the Bakery Deli. 'Tis the season. Today's the 13th. That gives you basically, 11 days to get everything tidied up and ready to go for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day as far as eating. This is your place to come right here. She's got show and tell, so what do we start with?
First of all, we'll start with the Old Faithful
Oh, yes.
of Claxton Fruitcakes.
Yep.
We have 2 sizes. We have the 2-pound
Yep.
and the 1-pound.
The 1-pounder. Okay.
And they are $12.99 and $6.99.
Now, I'm going to ask a stupid question. Do you refrigerate it? Once you open it, you need to refrigerate them or not?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't have to be refrigerated. You just want to keep them airtight.
Okay.
So
they don't dry out.
Right.
Okay. $12.99, $6.99 at all Food Cities. Everything she's showing you, by the way, is going to be available at all Food Cities. Ivan Sanders coming up next. We're talking sports. We're talking new football coach, East Tennessee State. All right. What else do we have, dear?
Last time we talked about pies.
Oh.
So this is our new fruit pies, which are 100% fruit. This is a blueberry pie. Thought you could tell that the best on the screen there, but
look at that.
That is the new ones that we offer, which are 100% fruit. No.
Hey, look at that. Look at all them blueberries. Man, they're packing in there. That's good stuff. This is a half a pie, too, by the way. So there's some folks out there that are single, widows, just can't eat a lot of pies. Maybe the sugar content can't eat it, so they make half pies. Blueberry.
Apple. Strawberry rhubarb. Peach.
We have reached a point in this show that I get ready to say something, she already answers it. We've been doing this together so long.
And Dutch apple.
And Dutch apple.
Yes.
So So you get a full pie or half pie. And
But I'm sorry.
and the pumpkin pie, too, you get half a pumpkin.
We also offer a half a pumpkin pie or a half a pecan pie.
Yep.
Or we do a quarter pumpkin and pecan in one package, so that you have the variety if it's just say 2 people
That is
having
awesome.
dinner. So
That's neat. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. Hello to Randy Johnson. Thank you for watching the show. All right, what else we have out of the Bakery Deli?
this is Partiers. This is our party mix that we make in store. We sell quite a bit of this party mix all
awesome.
season long, but definitely for the holidays when people just pick it up and take it to their parties.
Absolutely.
So it's always available. We have it in different sizes. So that size is a large size if you're going to a big party. If you just want a little bit to eat, we have smaller containers if you're just going to snack on it yourself.
From a testimonial standpoint, very, very good. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. This one big one goes for $15 and some change. But again, you'll be the hit of the party walking with that because everybody likes to come by and get a little scoop and put it on their plate and nibble on the Chex Mix. Chex Mix. Is that what you call it?
That's what you call it.
Chex Mix. There you go. All right, what else?
But now, if you're going to be the life of the party, right here's what
Here
you're going to
you,
take.
now we're getting into it. That's it.
This is Tom's favorite, I'm sure, because it has
Amen.
to be sweet.
Them and Buckeyes. You got it.
Right, and so this is the pinwheel candy.
Yep.
We make that in store, roll it all out, cut it up, put it in the freezer, let it freeze, cut it in part, make it pretty in the container for you to take to your parties. We take all the work out of it for you.
Yep.
We have a whole table of those. Our district manager is pretty adamant about presentation with those. So,
Absolutely.
So we've got several different ways that you can buy that. That's just one container. We have it on a pretty plate that you can take to parties also. I didn't bring one of those up here, but we do offer those also.
All right, this is available to all Food Cities while supplies last. Right there at the, right here in front of the glass cases at Food City. So, and this is all right. Let's hit these real quick.
This is our party trays that
Yep.
we offer for the season. That we have sub sandwich trays. We have chicken salad croissants. We have deli wrap trays. We've got chicken tender trays.
Look at all
Meat
this.
and cheese. The fruit tray.
What is a European pasta tray? Chocolate chip muffins, blueberry muffins, cream horns, strawberry mini sticks, and old-fashioned donut holes. You got a relish tray, fresh fruit medley tray, slider sandwich platter, country brunch, a cheese taster. Here's what you need to do, folks. Seriously, come by and get this book and take it home and plan what you want and then call her back or call any Food City and let them have it ready for it. They can customize it, and this book is full. Here's dessert trays, specialty cakes, muffin trays, candy trays, decadent cookie trays, cookie cakes with a sweet tooth. You got shrimp and crab trays. You've got, here from Food City, we've got, try and get Shana, we're talking about these fruit baskets. But anyway, out of the Bakery Deli, all kinds of goodies. What's in the sale paper this week?
So let's touch on base on this while we're on the party trays. But tomorrow is the 14th, and they're doing 12 days of Christmas. And on the 14th, if you come in and you can order your party trays but you have to pay for them on that day. You can get $5 off with the 12 days of savings.
That's awesome. Hello, Francis Russell. Hello, Glenn McQueen. So that's in the sale paper. Pick up the sale paper at your local Food City. All right. And we got a couple of minutes left here. What would you want to?
Let's see.
Oh, there's your shrimp and crab tray for $19.99. You've got down there. You've got the octagon tray we mentioned. Let's see.
Touch base on these because they are still available.
Let it rip.
The dinners that we done for Thanksgiving is still available for Christmas as well. We offer ham, turkey breast, and a prime rib. I can take care of you in any way that you need. We can do it a hot dinner. We can do it a cold dinner. You can pick it up the day before, take it home. All you have to do is reheat it. I can have it hot and ready for you if you're going to do it on Christmas Eve, and you just take it right to your party.
There you go, folks. Can't go wrong with that. It's all right here at your local Food City, your one-stop shop. Everything from wrapping paper to toys to candy to the meats to your soft drinks, right on down to cheese balls. You guys do a lot of cheese balls, don't you?
Yes, we do. We're just finishing up our cheese ball production. We will have peanut butter cheese balls,
Mm.
cranberry cheese balls,
Mm.
bacon ranch,
Whoa.
a ranch, and a Hawaiian.
Love it.
So
Love
we
it, love it,
offer
love
all
it.
of those
Oh.
in our cold case over there.
All this in the book too, right?
Yes.
Now, the stuff in the book, is it also on the website at foodcity.com?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't come by and get the book, it's easier for you to just go online and go to foodcity.com and go to the deli, and all the options are there. Party season is what it says, and it is. Party trays, meat and seafood, holiday meals, fruit baskets, the whole kit and caboodle. Your guide to easy for parties and holiday celebrations. It's all right in this book. It's also online at foodcity.com. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Thank you, Johnny Cash.
Down, 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 down.
Just
Yeah.
don't be out making music today,
That's it.
okay?
That's it. Do you have your phone with you?
I do.
Would you look up?
No.
Would you look up before we take off when he died? Because I'm curious as to when Johnny Cash died. I love it. The man said, "Are you Johnny Cash?" No, not Johnny Cash. When did Johnny Cash die? Because the guy thought I was Johnny Cash.
September 12th, 2003.
Been dead 21 years.
You look good for it. Yeah, 21 years.
21
You
years.
look really good.
Lord have mercy. I've been dead 21 years. There you go. Thank you, dear. You're the best.
Thank you.
Love you. You're good.
Thank you very much.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Does a great job running the bakery deli here at the Food City in Elizabeth. And back after this, Ivan Sanders. We got a new football coach at East Tennessee State. What do we think? We'll talk about it next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
All right. We ready for story time? Yes, Warren?
Mrs. Turner, for your last day, we would like to tell the story.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in this town, a little girl named Meredith Turner was born. And she grew up right here.
She went to this very school and graduated right here. She went away for a short time to learn to be a teacher.
But she came back to teach right here.
She got married and raised a family right here. Our moms and dads had you as their teacher right here.
And we do too. So right here, we'd all like to say,
We love you, Mrs. Turner!
The Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. T&S Home Improvements you see on the screen. What's it all about, sir?
Well, we build decks. We do underpinning for mobile homes, vinyl underpinning, CertainTeed underpinning, K-Rock, whatever you want. Build decks, porches, whatever you want done.
How long you guys been in business?
A little over 4 years.
4 years.
Yep.
Geographically, where do you go? Where have you gone?
We try to stay within about 75 miles of the region. We've been all the way over to Virginia, up in North Carolina. Next week, we've actually got to go down to Pigeon Forge.
Awesome.
So
they're everywhere. T&S Home Improvements. So things you guys have been working on, I don't know, last 45, 50 days. What have y'all been doing?
Well, last week we built two covered porches, 10 by 20 covered porches. We've done about 600 pinning jobs in the past 2 weeks, and about 10 small decks in the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Awesome. So if you need that kind of work done, all they want to do is ask you to let them give you a quote and go from there. Phone number, how do we find you?
Phone number is 423-946-8432.
You're on social media.
On Facebook,
Facebook.
TNS Home Improvements on Facebook.
There you go. TNS Home Improvements on Facebook. And they'll go, as you heard with the sound of our voice, probably 50, 60, 75 miles any radius of where we're sitting here in the Tri-Cities. And so there's a lot of them out there, home improvement companies. What do you feel like separates you from everybody else?
Well, for one, I feel like we're good on pricing, and everything we do for you, we do it like we're doing it for ourselves. So our greatest concern is customer satisfaction.
There you go, folks. One more time, the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
One of our great sponsors of the Tom Daly Sports Show, and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. I believe in these guys. Travis Constable at TNS Home Improvements. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Food City. Let's go down and get him on the screen because it's official. Ivan Sanders in the house. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing awesome, Tom. How about yourself?
Doing great. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate him very much. Again, I'm going to salute and promote him and thank him how he handles his girls on his basketball team. Uplifting, positive, not berating, not screaming. Teaching them to have fun and love the game of basketball. So thanks.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Yep. So, and not everybody does that, but you do, and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Here's the verse today. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross. Today is show number 2201. We went across the 2,200 show threshold yesterday, so we're into a new set of 100. Next goal, I guess, is 2,300. It's a lot of talking. Here we go, Isaiah 40. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. It's his show. It's his world. If you don't think so, you're smoking something because it's all about him. Everything. Did you know this? Your birthday is based on his birthday. AD 24, in the year of the Lord. Before he was born is BC, before Christ. Everything revolves around him. Even your birthday is based on his birthday. Today, we were talking about jokingly, but it is. Today's Taylor Swift's birthday on December 13th, 2024, in the year of the Lord, AD, or after death. That's what I used to hear when I was a kid. Jamie Foxx having a birthday, 57. John Anderson. You remember the song Swinging?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Annalise never heard the song Swinging. I mean,
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? Swinging. So
That stayed on our radio all the time in high school.
when I was a country DJ, you had to play it every 15 minutes when it first came out.
Absolutely.
That and Achy Breaky Heart, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes.
I hear them now, I just cringe. I'm thinking, they're great songs. But when you're a DJ and you were told that because the popularity played every 15, 20 minutes, because the phones light up, play swinging. So, anyway, there you go.
There's a lot of people took up swinging after hearing that, too.
Yeah, there you go. Get that bell. Where's that bell? All right. John Anderson having a birthday again, 70. Randy O in Alabama, 75. Ted Nugent having a birthday today, 76. And then Ferguson Jenkins, the great pitcher of the Chicago Cubs, having a birthday, 82. And then Dick Van Dyke, who had his house burned down, unfortunately, last week. And the wildfires out in California. Malibu. He's 99 today. Here's the verses of the day. Isaiah 40, 28 and 29 says, "Do you not know? Have you not heard? If you listen to this show, you have. The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom." Whew. Verse 29, he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. That's the verse today here, or verse says, Isaiah 40, 28 and 29. We always do that unashamedly. New football coach, East Tennessee State. It is Will Healy is the new man. What do you know about him? What's your take on it? Good move, bad move? What do you think?
I don't know a whole lot about Will Healy. I do think that ETSU could have possibly held off a little bit longer in their search. I mean, it's one thing to try to get somebody in there to fill that void, especially with recruiting and things of that nature at this time of season. However, you want to make sure you get the right guy. I mean, we thought we had the right guy with Trey Lamb. He comes for 1 year, acts like he wants to be here, just like Healy is acting right now. And after a pretty decent season, he decides he's going to bolt for Tulsa. These young coaches, all they're trying to do is to get a leg up where that they can go to another school. And I think ETSU could have spent a little bit more time. Now, Healy may be a long-term coach, who knows. But I think he's a young guy who's looking to feather his resume, and if he has a good year at ETSU, I think you might see him jumping ship, even though he said that him and his wife had really desired to be in this part of the country. So, it's going to be one of those wait and sees, but I think that they've really probably could have waited another couple of weeks and did a little bit more searching before they just pulled the trigger.
Well, when you wave the money at these guys, they do. And let's face it, two things. Number one, money talks. We know that. Number two, East Tennessee State University is a stepping stone school.
Yes.
I've done their play-by-play twice. I've been around the program. I know. I've seen it, even back in the day. Everybody knew that you catch him coming up, a.k.a. Trey Lamb, Will Healy, or you catch him coming down, a guy that's been there, which was the guy before Randy Sanders who brought back football, who's passed away, and I cannot remember his name. I can see him, but I can't.
Churchill, wasn't he?
He passed away. Anyway, but he was on the downside of his career. That's what East Tennessee State is. I don't care if you can accept that or not. It's the way it is. It's not a bad thing, but you have to know that going in, that is a stepping stone school. Will Healy is going to be here to pad his resume to move on up. So did Trey Lamb. Trey Lamb went from $275,000 at East Tennessee State. Now, you put yourself in his shoes. He's got a wife and a couple of kids, needing financial security, as we all do. He went from $275 to $1.2 million. Okay. It don't take much to go, all right, where's the U-Haul? We're heading to Tulsa. I mean, that's just the way it is, whether you like that or not, and I don't, but it's the nature of the beast. So will we ever have any consistency around here? I don't know. I mean, Steve Forbes did the same thing. Had a great career coaching at East Tennessee State. Where'd he go? ACC at Wake Forest. Didn't bat an eye. Had a great time at ETSU. Had a lot of prominence when he was here at the program. Where'd he go? He went up the ladder for more money. It's the way it is, simply put.
And I think that Forbes did an admirable thing, according to Richard Sander, who's the AD. I think he told him coming in that his plan was to go somewhere else, so he made it known before they even hired him that ETSU was not a long-term haul for him. He was looking to pad his resume and find another home, and that's what he did. So I admire someone that's at least up front and honest, say, look, I'm not coming here. If you're looking for a long-term coach, I'm not your man. I'm here for a short stay. So we'll see. I mean, Healy, he may develop a good program over there and decide to hang around, but as you said earlier, money, especially in the day and age that we live in, money talks when nothing else does, and commitment has kind of gone out of the window in all levels in sports.
Trying to find the list of East Tennessee State Buccaneer football head coach. I want to give credit to the man who came back, revitalized the program before he passed away. Let's see here. Hang on here just a second. Here we go. Mike Kevin, Carl Torbush. Was that it? Carl Torbush. Yep. He's the guy he was on the downside. Look at this list. Mike Ayers. All right, let's just look. All right, when I was over there, you had Buddy Sasser, who left here and went to Coastal Carolina. You had Mike Ayers, who went from 0-10-1 the year I did their games to 6-5, biggest turnaround in college football. They refused. Thank you, Junior. You got to give it to me at the same time I was looking for it. They refused to give him more than 1 year contract. So where goes Mike Ayers goes? Where does he go? He goes to Wofford.
Mm-hmm.
Built a powerhouse there back in the day behind Sean Graves, that great quarterback. So, all right, Mike Kevin left here and went to SMU.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Paul Hamilton left here and went to Elon, which I guess maybe would have been a lateral move. I don't know. Randy Sanders retired. Carl Torbush retired. He has since passed away. George Quarles was the legendary coach of Maryville. Tried his stint in college after coming over from Furman. Didn't really work out. Trey Lamb, again, that 1 year, and he's gone. So it is a stepping stone school, plain and simple. I mean, this is the way it is.
Yep.
This young man, he's got head coaching experience at Austin Peay, head coaching experience at Charlotte. So plenty of knowledge of the Southern Conference. Of course, he was a wide receiver coach at Chattanooga. So, you go on and on about this kid, or young man. And so, he's got some credentials. It's not just somebody they went and got. It's not a warm body. But we'll see. Time will tell. Ivan made a great point. Time will tell whether. Annalise, would you hand me some of those little things, and I'll promote them for you, like the Rudolph. The first one she gave me. Oh, she gave it to me. Look at that. Rudolph, all right. How much? $12.99. Little Rudolph. How about the little lumberjack dude? That looks like Ryan Presnell. So love it. Coach Presnell had successful surgery Wednesday, by the way. How much this little guy? I'm gonna get this for Presnell. It looks like Ryan Presnell. He's got that red beard. That's good. Go buy that for him today. Anything? Oh, it looks like. Who does that look like?
Looks like Ernie the dentist.
Ernie. You know, you're a 6'5" grown man in here peddling toys, peddling dolls on the show. My father's looking down from heaven going, boy, you're making me proud now, son. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, sir. So anyway, these are some of the stuffed animals here at Food City. For the toys you can get, it's a one-stop shop for everything. Hello to Beverly Wigginton. Thank you for watching the show. All right, so Bill Belichick, another coaching move. He leaves New England, the NFL, for the North Carolina, making $10 million a year.
Not
Absurd.
a bad transition, is it?
Absurd. So can he do it? Can he relate to the college guys? Pro athletes, a totally different animal.
Yeah.
I've read where they say they'll tell me something this day to go stick in your ear. I'll do what I want to do, and they do it. But these pro guys, not all, but some have that attitude like, because a lot of these guys making more up on the NFL level than the coach is, and they just don't, okay, whatever you say, coach. Now, some listen. Obviously, they did the Belichick. So, having said all that, can he relate to the college kids?
It will take him time, but I think what you're going to see him do is surround himself with proven college coaches.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That can relate to the college kids. And Belichick is nothing more than a recruiting tool, in my opinion, to get kids to come there. Hey, I can go play for New England's Bill Belichick, who's let Tom Brady played for, blah, 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 blah. It's a recruiting tool is all it is.
Name dropper, yep.
A name dropper. And
absolutely.
I mean, he's going to, once his son gets finished with his bowl game, don't be surprised to see if he doesn't come. And Steve, I think is his name, Steve Belichick.
Yep.
Don't be surprised if you don't see him come to the Tar Heel State and take over as the defensive coordinator for his dad. And therefore, he's surrounding himself with the right people. And he's keeping the guy that was in there in interim, who had been around college and NFL forever too. So, I mean, Belichick's not a dummy. He will get the coaching staff in there that will take and develop these kids, and he'll just be the name drop for the players to come and play for North Carolina.
Absolutely. Hit the bell. Couldn't agree with you more. It's a name dropper to get them in the front door.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
In the grocery business, you call that a loss leader. You put your, I guess you know this, you put your stuff on the front end of the aisle to get them, and then all that's marked down to nothing, but then back in the back, the other things, they bump it up a little bit to get a little bit more profit off of those, so they call it loss leader. Not that he's a loss leader, and I'm saying Leader is what they call it in the grocery business. But Belichick, it's like, okay, you get a phone call from Mike Brown, which is an impressive name back before they got rid of him. But now you get a phone call from Ivan Sanders and, hey, this is Bill Belichick from North Carolina. That's going to get your attention.
Yes, sir.
If you're sitting in Elizabeth or anywhere. So I agree with you 100%. What they will today, the Board of Trustees in North Carolina says, okay, we're shelling out $10 million. We want to see some pretty fast results on our investment. And so he's got the pressure on him to turn it, and we'll see if he can. Rich Rodriguez, back in West Virginia after being gone for 17 years. He was successful at every stop in Michigan, so he's back. Some want him back. It's back in my state. Some want him back, some don't. So some are still bitter the way things went down 17 years ago, but he's back. Is that a good move for West Virginia?
He's proven. And he's one of those coaches I think is probably getting down toward the end of his career. That's not just going to come for a short stint and possibly go somewhere else. I think hopefully he's looking at coming back and building that program back up and getting the Mountaineers back playing at a top tier football level and competing for, to play in the college football playoffs.
Mock school, of course, Marshall got a new coach, Tony Gibson. They introduced him yesterday. New coach coming over from North Carolina State, the defensive coordinator. So what is he doing right out of the chute? He's on the phone trying to keep his guys from leaving. 25 players by Thursday, by yesterday, at least 25 players from Marshall were in the transfer portal. Had over 1,000 guys that crashed the database, we said on Monday, when it went hot as far as the database for the transfer portal. So he's down there trying to do damage control, trying to keep these guys, hanging around. Some went with the coach who went to Southern Miss. So these new coaches are doing damage control. Charlotte has a new coach. Appalachian State has a new coach. ETSU has a new coach. They signed, I think. Hello, Debbie Prophet. How you doing, lady? They signed 8 or 9 guys this week in the National Signing Day or last week. So were they there to come to ETSU? Were they here because of Trey Lamb? I guess we'll see, right?
We'll see. And then also when Trey Lamb came from where he came from previously, he brought about the whole team with him to ETSU. The question is now, is he going to take the whole team that he's got that's eligible to transfer to Tulsa? Is he going to take them with him there? And what kind of position is it going to leave ETSU in, especially after this recruiting season, which they've only signed 8 players? So what does that do for the program at ETSU?
Dan Mullen, ESPN college football analyst, new head coach UNLV, which that surprised me. I thought it would take a bigger fish to get him out of the broadcast booth. Not that UNLV is a bad school, and I'm not throwing them on the bus, but
it's probably not the school that attracted him. It's probably the Vegas Strip more than anything.
He coached at Florida. He coached at Mississippi State, and he goes from that, goes up in the broadcast booth, and now he's going to be the head coach at the Running Rebels of UNLV. So, yeah, I would think the glamour and the glitz may have been the selling point there. Yep. We're live here at Food City. We're talking to our buddy Ivan Sanders. Appreciate him so much coming over here and hanging with me for a few minutes. Last night in NFL football, he's got his Lions hat on. We'll talk about that in a second. But the 49ers, man, that was a yawner. They beat the Rams 12-6. So 0 touchdowns, all field goals. How anemic is your offense in the National Football? Well, shouldn't say that because the Raiders are terrible. My team's, they're god-awful. But these guys last night also, 6 field goals in the game. That's all the points they had. You had a guy, first off, give me your take on that, about the 12-6 score. And the 49ers playoff hopes took a massive hit. Rams on their way to probably close to clinching NFC West. Did you watch any of it?
I did not.
No.
Those two teams really don't intrigue me that much. But
No.
if you really watch NFL at all or keep up with it any at all, offense this year has been pretty lethargic, except for the Lions, who've had a couple of games where they put 40-plus points on the ball game, on scoreboard. There's not too many teams having success scoring points. Tennessee Titans is one of those teams. Even the Bengals and some of those other teams that have always been prolific, high-scoring teams just cannot get the ball into the end zone. And the Chiefs haven't been really that impressive either, considering that they're won their, 8th, 9th straight division championship.
Yep.
So.
Chiefs have won by the hair of their chinny about
Yes,
every.
sir.
I call it the Porky Pig, Three Little Pigs team because they win by the hair of their chinny every week. So it seems they'll have a pretty good test this week. Got a real good test with the Detroit Lions. We'll get to that in a moment. So tell me, you're a coach. By the way, hello to Joe Muncie, hello to Nicole Martin. Thank you all for watching. Show number 2201. We're here live at Food City in Elizabeth. And so Devondre Campbell, linebacker of the 49ers, told the coaches, I don't want to play today. And he left for the locker room in the third quarter. He was asked to replace a guy on the field. He said, I don't want to play today. And he didn't. He went to the locker room.
You know what? He wouldn't be playing tomorrow either.
There you go. So after the game, the media, which are a bunch of yo-yos at times. Come on, I'm in the media, and you are too. I guess we just called ourselves a name. But really, they asked if he had lost the locker room. Now, you're sitting up there after an emotionally charged game and get up in front of the media with some yahoo says, hey, have you lost the locker room because the guy walked off the field? He says, and I quote, this is Shanahan, the coach, I haven't lost anybody. That's somebody who doesn't want to play football. That's pretty simple. I mean, I think our team, myself, we know how we feel about that, so I don't think we need to talk about this anymore. Or him. I would think he'd be, like you, he would not be on my team today.
Be on the waiver wire.
Devondre, honey, you need to go find yourself another team you want to play for. You ain't playing for the 49ers. Now, you think of that. I'll come off the field, I'm hurt, or you come off the field. I'll use you. You come off the field hurt or for whatever reason. Hey, Tom, go in there for Ivan. I don't want to go in there and play. No, we need go on, man, before we get a delayed game. To me, on the mental, I don't want to go. I'm not going to go. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. And I start towards the locker room. It's real simple. That made my decision real easy.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing briefly that you did for the San Francisco 49ers because, my friend, you will not be back. So, but what does that, what does that say about, does that say something about our society where somebody just says, I'm not going to play? They're making big bucks. They get treated like kings. They get the best of the best in the NFL, the training table and the food. Whatever they want, they get. They're pampered and they're spoiled. And you get this yahoos that didn't want to play.
Tom, you just mentioned earlier about coaching basketball, little girls basketball. We're here trying to teach them about the importance of being committed and working hard.
Exactly.
And then we've got these professional athletes that are going out there and saying, well, if I don't get what I want, I'll just show you. I'll just go to the locker room. Now, we are sending such a horrible message in sports to our younger players. It's no wonder that a middle school coach cannot get a kid to listen to them, coaching them to try to make them better, that they think they are entitled to be starters just because mom and dad says you're a better player than so-and-so.
Coach don't know what he's talking about.
Coach don't know what he's talking about. I know you're the best. You're the best. And here we got professional players that are making millions upon millions of dollars to play the sport that they supposedly love, and they're walking off the field. I mean, I was disappointed in Micah Parsons the other night for Dallas. I mean, he was upset, and I can understand. They showed him on the sidelines upset, but then he gets up and he leaves the field as well.
Yeah.
And he's one of the top players, defensive players in all professional football. And he says, "I'm not going to do this because I'm upset. We're not winning, so I'm just going to go to the locker room." It's a poor society we live in. There is no standards anymore, and we are teaching our children to believe that they are entitled.
Yep.
That they don't have to work for anything, that they are entitled.
You owe me something.
You owe me something. I don't owe you nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I got news for you. Whenever
you got it.
Whenever they get older and they get into real life, they're going to find that life is just not exactly what they think it is, and their entitlement disappears. Then that's when sports goes out the window and real life begins.
Pampered and spoiled, folks.
Yes, sir.
They are. And it starts down on the middle school, high school, college. I mean, these guys, not all schools, not all places, but by and large, they get treated very nicely, and taken care of the best they can. And so this guy, Micah Parsons, says, "What now?" He said, "I'm mad."
I'm mad. He was just disappointed because they had a chance to win the football game, and an onside kick was muffled by the Dallas player and was recovered, and they ran out the clock on him, and they lost. And he was upset, so he just decided he was going to go to the locker room.
There you go. I'm going to take my toys, leave the sandbox,
yeah.
basically. So
let you finish it out. I'm done.
But the problem with that is, and he makes a great point, so the guys in the college level and even further down, the high school and the middle school and the little people's level, we're trying to teach the exact opposite. But when you flip on the TV and see Devondre Campbell says, "I'm not going in. I'm not going to play tonight." This is what the guy said last night in the game. "I'm not going to play." Looked at the coach, says, "I ain't playing," and went to the locker room. Micah Parsons, he's upset. He's going to the locker room. What does that teach the kids watching? I remember, like it was yesterday, when Charles Barkley spit on that kid in behind the basket when he's playing for the 76ers. I'm not a role model. Got mad. Somebody said to me, "He's all off and spit on him." Well, next thing you know, they had some kids in college that got mad and spit on somebody because they saw it. I have said and will continue to say you'll see more bottle throwing coming out of the stands because they saw the Texas and Georgia game. And this is what I like. Texas went back and said, we can't find anything. We can't identify anybody through those bottles. Are you kidding me? We right now are being on the camera. Everybody's on the camera. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
If you don't think you're not on the camera, you are definitely smoking something. Everywhere you go, Big Brother's watching. Period. End of story. When you go to a college or NFL football game, they've got cameras for security reasons, in case there's snipers or whatever for whatever the reason. Any of these big sporting events, you're on camera. So you're trying to tell me they can't zero in. I did this last night. I went to a website, pulled up, and zeroed right into the top of my house from a satellite dish. There's my car sitting there. Person I was with said, "Well, I don't believe it." Showed him. Look here. Wow. I said, so don't think. So when I hear the story that Texas University can't find the people in the stands that threw the water bottles, are you kidding me? That's the biggest bunch of hogwash I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
I can take this phone right here, right now. Well, we don't know how to get hold of people. When they have people missing, they go back and ping their phone to see where they were last. If Big Brother wants you, they're going to find you. I don't care what anybody says. And it's so to say that Texas University can't find anybody through those water bottles to discipline them, it's a joke. And so what happens now? You wait and see. There'll be more happening. In fact, they had that one. It was the BYU, if I remember right, or UNLV. It's one of those alphabet schools. BYU UNLV. The cheerleader coach got hit with a bottle, knocked him unconscious on the sideline because of a flying water bottle. You take this right here. By the way, don't take my Food City Peach water. I love it, but if you take one of these full, or even this size, and this has got a little bit left, and you get up on the top of the stands, you throw that thing down about 100 feet, 200 feet, let them hit
It's a
upside of your
missile.
head. It's a missile. So anyway, to let these people get by with this is nuts, but
Yeah.
they are.
I was at the Tennessee Ole Miss game whenever they began throwing ketchup bottles and everything else.
Golf balls.
And golf balls, and I wasn't far from Lane Kiffin when that ball hit. I almost got hit by a mustard bottle myself, and the Tennessee cheerleaders had to cover their heads with their cheer cards just to be able to exit the stadium without getting hurt. So that's what you've got a very valid point. We are just opening up Pandora's box for a
Yep.
bunch of stuff like that to happen, and if we don't put some bite behind our bark, it's never going to be fixed.
Ohio State, Michigan gets fined $100,000 for the fracas on the field where they got pepper sprayed. We pepper sprayed football players in America, college football players, on the field. Are you kidding me? Is that where we are? That's where we are. $100,000 on Monday from Ohio State, Michigan is like me giving you taking a 20 out of his billfold. It's chump change. Has no impact. Now they got to pony up $100,000, but it's nothing to these schools making millions. That's not enough teeth. He's right. You got to put some teeth in it. How do you do it? I don't know. Take a win away from the team. Well, then you get jeopardize the team because somebody did up in the stands, and I get that too. But asking the school on Monday to write a check when they storm the field, it's $100,000, $150,000, turn down goalposts, $250,000. Ivan and Tom don't care. We're down there celebrating. Our team just beat that team. We're going nuts down on the field. We haven't beaten them in years. We want to tear the goalposts down. I don't care if the school gets paid gets billed $250,000. You don't either.
No, one of the beer stands made that in profit that day, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now, if you came and took $250,000 out of my pocket, now you're getting my attention.
Yeah.
But Texas said we scanned those stands. We cannot identify anybody through that water bottle. Well, here it is. I'm rearing back and I'm throwing it. It's like zero in on who's that? Long-haired dude with a black hat. He's in section 24, seat 18, season ticket holder. Well, that's Tom Taylor. And the guy beside him with that Lions hat on, he's from Lisbon. That's Ivan Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
It's real simple.
It's simple.
If they wanted to track the people down, they will. So anyway.
Well, and you can even go a step further. Say if you do have an event like that, it's automatically 10 scholarships deducted from your next year's football team.
$100,000 from Ohio State, Michigan ain't cutting it.
No.
SEC, when they stormed the field, $250,000, did anybody come out and go, we can't afford to pay that? No, they just write the check.
Yep.
And not one school's been penalized with it because they got the levels. First offense is $100,000. I think the second's $150. The third time you do it's $250. And then Greg Sankey comes out and says, you know what I think we'll do? We'll start limiting alcohol sales in the second half. Okay, that'll clear it up. When they've been out there all day in the heat, partying, tailgating, and getting drunk and drinking. Not everybody does.
No.
A lot of them do. We'll go into the stand. We'll just cut out alcohol sales in the second half. That'll slow them down.
They're done south before they come in the gates.
Come on, man. Come on. We got stupid written on our forehead. Come on. Give me a break. All right. Buffalo Sunday, 10-3. The Bills in Detroit to battle the Lions, 12-1. You got your Lions hat on.
I do.
Now, you a fair weather, or you always been a Lions fan?
No, I mean, honestly, I changed teams. Pulled for the Titans for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And just didn't see the organization trying to make any changes. I've watched the Lions for a while. I like the way that their head coach coaches the game.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way the players play, and it didn't hurt that they drafted Hendon Hooker from Tennessee as well. So, and they have several Tennessee players on their team. So, I've always liked the Lions as well as the Titans. So I thought, well, no time like the present to go ahead and just change my colors a little bit.
Detroit 12-1 hosting Buffalo 10-3. Could be a Super Bowl preview. AFC, NFC. You like the Bills? Of course, they got throttled last week. Kind of got upset. Somebody put 44 points on them. Was it the Rams or the Chargers? Who beat them last week? The Bills. Anyway, they got beat. They're now 10-3, and so they'll play in Detroit. How do you like this one? What do you think?
I feel much better if Detroit hadn't had the injuries that we've suffered over the last few weeks. We've had several defensive players go down to injury, so I'm a little concerned about if we're going to be able to slow down Josh Allen and that offense from Buffalo. We've got the offense that we can play with them. We've got St. Brown. We've got, our quarterback's awesome. And our offense does pretty well. But if you can't stop a team on defense, it doesn't do no good because, it's just been a rough year for the Lions defensively as far as losing players. And, I'm hoping for the best, not trying to get my hopes up too high. But it would be a fantastic win for Buffalo if they can pull off that victory over Buffalo. Or for Detroit if they can pull that win over Buffalo.
We're here at Food City talking sports. Our buddy Ivan Sanders, who's a long-time media man, been around it for a long time, and so now works for the city of Elizabethton. Great news about our bridge.
Yes, sir.
Finally got news. I just talked about this Monday, and I'm not saying they were listening to the show, but maybe they do. But I thought it's been almost 2 months. It's been over 2 months. Not quite 2 months. Hasn't this happened in September? Yeah, it's been over 2 months. We've not had any movement at all on somebody come and take a look at this bridge. And sure enough, the next day, TDOT says the stabilization of the bridge starts on Monday, takes until May of next year, and then hopefully it'll open shortly thereafter, correct?
Well, that's all hopes, but
Yeah.
you have to take into consideration we are getting ready to start repair in the dead of winter, and you're going to have snow, you're going to have rain, you're going to have a lot of different factors. They could run into supply issues with particular repairs.
Good point.
Who knows? We always hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome to have it finished by May. I know that just from posting it, from the time I posted it when I received it from TDOT, that we've already had 105,000 views on just the information I posted on the city's Facebook. So, it's one of those topics that everybody's been asking about and begging for answers for. And it's been hard to provide answers when we can't even get them ourselves. So hopefully this is a move in the right direction. We can get the bridge back open and get traffic flowing back the way it needs to be going through town.
Buffalo and Detroit, you're taking Lions, I guess?
I'll take the Lions.
This could be outside looking in, but it could be an outside in a Super Bowl preview. The Steelers 10-3 in Philadelphia against the Eagles 11-2. AFC, NFC. Who do you like there on Sunday? Steelers?
Yes, sir.
All right, like the Steelers.
Yes, sir.
I got a couple more pretty good ones. Tampa Bay 7-6, and LA to battle the Chargers at 8-5. Tampa Bay or the Chargers?
I'll tell you, the Chargers are playing pretty well right now. Herbert, the quarterback's been throwing the ball pretty good, but I'm Tampa Bay with Baker Mayfield. You just don't ever know about those Buccaneers, so I think I'm going to go with Buccaneers on the upset on the road.
Hello, Arthur Triplett. Hello to Brian Triplett, rather. Hello to Brian Gowan. Hello to Lance Field. Those are some new names. Thank you. Show number 2201. Hello to Eli Jenkins, Joe Datto, D-A-T-O, Jean-Marc Laveau, hope I'm saying it right, Renee, Rodney, Shane Creasy, Dallas Kinast, Kienast. I don't mean to mispronounce your all's names. Richard Lorenzen, Joe May, Lee Foley. I know Lee Foley. He wants to fight every Sunday in church. Jim Fish, come on, you want to fight? He said, no, not today. I'm tired. He said, okay. Would you hit a man with glasses on? I said, no, just going back over to your pew. I don't feel like fighting today. Love Lee Foley. He's hilarious. Hello to Mike Hagemeyer, who was in the right, Reba Whitehead. Hello, lady. And one more here, Jeremiah Wise and Steve Mullica, M-U-L-I-C-A. Thank you all so much for watching the show. Here's another one just popped up, Scott Fondren, F-O-N-D-R-E-N. Thank you, sir. The other, Green Bay and Seattle, 9-4 Packers, Seattle 8-5. Pretty good game on Sunday. Who you like there?
I think I'm going to go with the Packers. I think that they're really playing good football at the right time of year, and I think Green Bay is rolling at the right time.
Let's look at this. This is an interesting stat. How many teams with losing records in the National Football League? Let's see. They got beat last night, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 teams in the NFL have losing records. What does that tell you? Talent's down to parity? What's that? What does that attribute that
I
to?
have a theory that I wonder how sports betting has impacted the game professional football. You know, I mean,
Good point.
you've got so many sports betting apps out there now, and they have a spread, and it makes you wonder sometimes if the sports betting hasn't affected the play of these teams. You know, that sounds like a scandalous situation, but there is no reason that when you call yourself a professional athlete that you cannot win football games. You've got the Jets and Jacksonville. Both teams are 3-10.
3-10.
And you
Awful.
got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, Mr. Super Bowl, and you had Trevor Lawrence who got his bell knocked off in that one game there. But what I'm saying is, these teams can't be that bad, Tom. They've got to have players that can play the game of football. If not, why are they getting these multi-million-dollar contracts that they're charging the fans the ticket money for to come and play?
It's an interesting point. I mean, look at my team, the Raiders. 2-11. Couldn't play dead in the Western movie. I mean, they're awful. 2-11.
That's bad.
They've got the Falcons. I mean, you got 2 wins. Of course, we've had quarterback troubles all season long. Got down to a third-string quarterback. The other 2 are hurt. They're out. But still, it's the Raiders for crying out loud. A storied franchise, proud franchise, and you're 2-11. You got a bunch of 3-win teams. I mean, it's
New England 3-10.
3-10.
My goodness, who'd ever thought there'd be a time when New England Patriots would ever be 3-10? Rick Garrison's probably turning around and around and spinning over and over trying to figure out what's happened to these Patriots.
Before I let you go, let's take a look at college football. College basketball tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. You've got 16th ranked Clemson hosting Memphis. Here's a matchup, top 25. 17th ranked Texas A&M at 11th ranked Purdue. Number 2 Auburn goes to Ohio State. You have number 22 Cincinnati hosting Xavier. That's a bragging right of Cincinnati. 20th ranked Wisconsin goes to Butler. 24th ranked UCLA hosting Arizona. Kansas, number 10 Jayhawks hosting NC State tomorrow. 9th ranked Florida at Arizona State. 19th ranked Ole Miss hosting Southern Miss. 5th ranked Kentucky, the Wildcats hosting Louisville. That's a bragging right game for the state of Kentucky. Top ranked Tennessee at Illinois tomorrow at 5:30. Volunteers, the real deal. Is that a trap game?
It could be a trap game. They better have their head screwed on straight when they go into I guess it's Champaign.
Champaign, right? Yep. 25th ranked Mississippi State hosting McNeese. Also tomorrow, number 6 Marquette at Dayton. Number 8 Gonzaga. Number 18 UConn. That guy, their coach, he's a stroke waiting to happen. That guy's on the sideline. He is.
Yeah, he's
animated is an understatement.
He is, and you know, it's amazing that they're the defending national champions, I believe.
They are.
They started out as the top 5, and now they're all the way down to
18.
So what does that tell you about the face of college basketball this year? And then I actually heard the other day that they're talking about expanding the field in the playoffs of college basketball from 67 even further along.
Oh, they are up in the 80s or 90s.
80s or 90s.
Yeah.
So can you imagine what that's turning into there? It's all about the almighty dollar.
All about the Bucks, no question. 13th ranked Oklahoma to Oklahoma State, and number 7 Alabama hosting Creighton. Interesting that the SEC is known for a football conference, and yet out of the top 25 this week, we went back 4 are in the top 10. I think we got 9 total in the top 25 in college basketball from the SEC, which speaks volumes for the caliber of basketball.
The SEC is an elite group of basketball, football, baseball now with the national champ, Tennessee Vols. I mean, the SEC is one of those conferences that, as an athlete, if I was a high school athlete, I most definitely would want to play in the SEC versus a Big Ten or somewhere like that, no matter what the sport was, even if it was water bottle carrying or being the best water boy. You know, I mean, that's where it's at. And it's amazing to see that many basketball teams ranked in it.
That's why the college football playoff, in my opinion, has been expanded to 12 teams. They got tired of the SEC when they're going to get enough in there and take their shots. This is what I think. They put enough different wheels or spokes in the wheel, maybe get a different spoke. They're tired of the SEC dominating, but, hey, it's the SEC. They're going to dominate. Now they're dominating in the other sports. Still say Big Ten and the SEC will break apart, have their own superpower conference. They've already told the NCAA last summer, we want to do that. We can. We got the media rights. We got the big cities. We got the interest. We can spin off their own thing, create our own champion. You all can pick up the pieces, and I still say it's going to happen before it's all said and done. But that's just me talking. Before I let you go, let's get a real quick look at the playoff games next week, in case I don't get you back next week.
Okay.
All right, you look at Indiana, Notre Dame football, college football playoff. Fighting Irish at South Bend or Indiana?
I'm pulling for Indiana, but South Bend's a hard place to play. I'd like to see the Hoosiers go in there and pull that one off.
Clemson at Texas.
Clemson is, I don't think they stand a prayer against the Longhorns.
All right. I've got it as my upset special of the week. We'll see. You're going Texas. I'm going to go Clemson. I think Dabo's, I don't know. I just think he's got an X factor, but we'll see. Sarkisian's got a heck of a football team, but we'll see. They play in Texas. So what's the other game? You got SMU and Penn State.
I think SMU's got a chip on their shoulder. I think they're going to play with a chip, and I think they could upset Penn State at Penn State.
Who's the fourth game? The winner plays Georgia. This went totally blank. Oh, here we
Come
go.
on, Tom.
Oh, Ohio State and Tennessee.
You know, Ohio State's been crying because the Tennessee Vol fans have been finding routes to get tickets up there, and their AD is begging their fans not to sell tickets to the Tennessee fan base. I think Tennessee's going to go up there, and I think they're going to pull a big upset. I think Tennessee feels like they've been probably got slapped in the face because they didn't get to host a game, and I think they're going to play with some attitude up there and win that game.
And that winner gets Oregon, by the way. So the first game, who gets Georgia? Totally blank. I guess I'll have to look it up. Can you remember?
Georgia.
No. If you knew it, you'd be telling me. So
I'll be telling you. I can't remember.
I can't.
That just goes to show how much I don't care about Georgia, I guess.
Yeah, well, I get it, but still.
Let's see. I actually got an email about it this morning. My goodness.
College football playoff, it has went completely blank. Tennessee, SMU, Penn State, Clemson, Texas, Indiana, Notre Dame. I guess I got them all. Indiana, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We talked Clemson, Texas.
Yes.
We talked SMU, Penn State.
Yes.
We talked Tennessee and Ohio State, so we did get them all.
That's just 8, though, isn't it?
It's 4 games.
That's
And
just 8.
the other 4 teams got buys.
Yep.
Boise State, Arizona State, Georgia, and Oregon to get buys for the following weeks. That's 12.
They're going to have to redo this playoff system again because you're rewarding the teams that doesn't even play anybody in the top 25.
No.
It doesn't have any strength of schedule whatsoever, and you're rewarding them with buys.
You got it.
It makes absolutely crazy sense to me, Tom.
Yep, I'm right there with you. So we're going to have lunch together. Looking forward to hanging with you. So we'll do that here in a few minutes. Won't stay long. We'll be on there about another 10 minutes, and we'll.
Well, let me ask you a question. What was your take on the Alabama SMU? Should Alabama have been selected up there ahead of it?
Yes.
Because?
Strength of schedule. Who have you played?
That's true. But Bama had 3 losses. SMU had, what, 1, 2?
I'll take 3 losses in the SEC to whatever SMU had in the whatever conference they're in. So ACC. So
I was just curious.
Boise State, not a chance.
No, not a chance.
Here's Alabama's schedule next year, just to show you. The SEC got them all for next year. At Florida State, Louisiana Monroe, checkbook game. Wisconsin at home, Big Ten SEC matchup. At Georgia, Vanderbilt, at Missouri, Tennessee, at South Carolina, who has an argument to be in the playoffs too.
Yes, sir.
LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, and the Iron Bowl at Auburn. There you go. Let's see. Who does Georgia play next year? They open up. Well, they're going to lose right out of the chute. They lose to Marshall. They're going down like a Scud missile. The Bulldogs. Marshall's going to roll in there and beat them like a drum. Beat them like a junkyard dog, I'm telling you. Then they've got Austin Peay. They come to Tennessee early, September the 13th. They flip-flop Tennessee's Georgia and Florida games. They'll play Georgia later in the season this year or next year. At Tennessee, Alabama back-to-back. Georgia comes to Knoxville, has Alabama back-to-back. Then they have Kentucky. Then they go to Auburn, who's improving. Ole Miss, Florida and Jacksonville. At Mississippi State, Texas at home, Charlotte, Georgia Tech.
And you
going to tell me that's going to have more teeth in it than SMU and Boise State? No.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If you look at these schedules that these teams in the SEC are playing from week to week, look at Kentucky. They got to play Texas, Tennessee, Georgia. I mean, Auburn. It's non-relenting. Every weekend, the SEC. Yeah, they've got a couple of money games in there because they have to find somebody to play. But they're not going out here signing 10 money games against nobodies
Not
to
many,
have an undefeated record.
not many cream puffs in the SEC. Here's Tennessee's schedule next year: Syracuse and Atlanta. Should be a win. They play East Tennessee State next year in Knoxville. Then you have Georgia, Alabama, Birmingham, at Mississippi State, Arkansas, Alabama back-to-back at home, to Kentucky, Oklahoma at home, New Mexico State, to Florida, Vanderbilt. Pretty tough schedule.
That's a tough schedule.
So Boise State and SMU into the playoffs, not a chance. Sorry. So
Yep.
a high-ranking bowl game, sure. Playoffs playing for national championship, not a chance.
Not a chance.
Losing in the SEC has more teeth, in my opinion. That's just me. 9-3 for Alabama or South Carolina. Even I think it's got more teeth than Miami and Florida. I don't think they're in the ACC. Soft conference, good conference, but not a conference of like SEC caliber.
Right.
No question. So, no, for my money, they don't go. They stay at home, play in a high bowl. The Boise State and SMU, in my humble opinion, does not merit being in the playoffs. But you know what? They are. They didn't ask me and you. We're sitting at Food City in Elizabeth, Tennessee, and they say, we don't care what you think, boys. This is what we're doing. It's all about the money. But they got to change the template because the SEC coaches, in this case, athletic director Greg Byrne came out this week, Alabama, and said, all right, this is how it's going to go. We're not going to get rewarded for strength of schedule. We're going to start – next year's already in place. Starting in 26, we're going to revert things and play a bunch of cream puffs because playing out-of-conference tough teams, a.k.a. next year Wisconsin and Florida State, who was a dog this year, but they had an incredibly strong recruiting schedule or recruiting season on National Signing Day. So they should be improved. So he says, okay, if we're not going to get any merit for playing these tough teams, and they're obviously they aren't, we'll go back and play a bunch of softies and cream puffs and beat everybody 66-0 and stand back and say, okay, what are you going to do now?
You just mentioned 66-0. What does that do for the landscape of college football when you've got games that could be 66-0, 75-0? I mean, it's going to lead to that type of mentality, and that's not going to be a good way to decide who really is a national champion and who's not.
See, I don't think – I've been on both sides of this when I played. I was on teams that were powerhouses. We played – and I was on a couple of dogs that, you don't get much glamour and much glory or whatever you want to call it, going to a team and getting – this was in basketball – get run off the floor by 40 and 50 points. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. You try and do the best you can, but some days those guys are there just better than you. And you can be whatever you want to be, but some days you just ain't got it. They're a better team. And so I saw that tonight against Science Hill. Elizabeth's got a good basketball team. Science Hill's got a heck of a basketball team. Some days the other guy's just better than you on that night that you play them. Well, when you go out on the field in one of these smaller schools and get drilled 84-0 or 66-0, and the recruiting tool is, hey, Ivan, you come play with us. Next year, we're going to go down and play Georgia. Let's say Marshall's recruiting us. Next year, we're going to go down and play Georgia. Well, if you're going to get beat 84-0, that's not a selling point for me.
No.
You get to go to the big stadium, go to the big house and play big SEC school. You get beat 84-0, whatever it's going to be, 66, whatever. Well, Marshall's going to beat them, so it won't be. But it to me is not a recruiting tool. It's not an enhancement to want to come there to go as a smaller school, get your brains beat out. That's just me. Maybe other people go, oh, no, it's a great trip and it's a lot of fun. Go play the big school, but then you get smoked and get humiliated and go back home. But you get a big checkbook, but you get smoked. So I just don't think it is.
It doesn't do much for the morale of your players.
I wouldn't
to
think.
get beat like that. I mean, if that's the case, why don't just put your JV team in and let them get their brains beat out and come back home?
Come on back home. So good points. Always appreciate you.
Oh, yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yep. Good job. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll take a look at high school. We'll take a look at the NBA, the National Hockey League, and some high school sports, as I said, NHL and NBA. We'll wrap this thing up. We're at Food City on a Food City Friday. We'll be right back after this from one of our great sponsors. How about it? If you don't have a church home, we'd love to have you come visit us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3, we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days, there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at Food City in Elizabeth on a Food City Friday. Thank you so much for being with us wherever you may be. As the late Rush Limbaugh said, cross the fruited plain. Miss it, old boy. He could do it. He was an excellent broadcaster back in the day. He's in glory now. He got saved. He's passed away. He's looking down on us up in heaven. All right, let's see what we've got going on in the basketball arena tonight. You have double hitters going. It goes like this. Dobbinsville plays at Gate City. Westridge will be at Tennessee High at the Viking Hall Complex. You have Volunteer at Cherokee. South Green will host Hampton tonight. There'll be a barn burner at Hampton. Happy Valley at Chucky Doak. West Green at Johnson County. Washburn will be at Unaka tonight. Providence Academy goes to Concord Christian. Cloudland will play the homeschoolers at Kachia in their gym. In the A.C. Reynolds High School in Asheville, you got Daniel Boone and T.C. Robertson. And Greenville plays Fort Payne, Alabama. That's today. Boys and girls in high school basketball. Tomorrow we got a doubleheader. We've got the JV girls taking on Dobbinsville at 12:30. We'll go in there at 12:15, video and audio. And then we'll come back and we'll do the varsity game. That will be going on tomorrow, again at 2 o'clock at John Treadway Gymnasium. Looking forward to that. All right, we have, let's see, what do we got? We got NBA from last night. Your winners, Celtics beat Detroit by 24. Miami beat Toronto by 10. And Sacramento beat New Orleans by 2 in the NBA last night. In the NBA tonight, a busier schedule. My boys, San Antonio, the Spurs in Portland tonight. Charlotte and Chicago, Minnesota, the Timberwolves hosting the Lakers. Brooklyn and Memphis. Denver hosting the LA Clippers. Phoenix at Utah. Indiana at Philadelphia to battle the 76ers. And Cleveland hosting Washington. That's the NBA for this Friday the 13th. Are you superstitious? I am not in the least. So, I don't know if you are, but I ain't. So, there you be. So, it's just another day on the calendar for me. Last night, the Predators skate past Dallas, and Dallas 4-1, big win for the Predators on the road. Other winners on the ice, Toronto, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Washington, the Penguins, the Islanders, San Jose, Vegas. Who else? You have Edmonton, Utah, Tampa Bay, the Vancouver Canucks win last night, and Boston wins. Seattle beats them in Seattle. Tonight, one on the ice. That's it. Ottawa skating in Carolina tonight. That's the only thing you got going on in the National Hockey League. So that's what's going on there on those sports. Again, our basketball coverage tomorrow. Busy next week. Tuesday doubleheader for the Elizabethton guys against Morristown East on Tuesday. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week will be at the Doc Maples Holiday Tournament at Viking Hall in Bristol. Lady Cyclones will be in the bracket with Scottsboro, Alabama, and Dobbins, Bennett, and Greenville will be our side of the bracket. And so we'll have those games for you next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, video and audio. Looking forward to bringing the Cyclones to you, twice? 5 times next week, 4 times next week. Tuesday, a guys doubleheader at John Treadway. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be with the ladies at the Doc Maples tournament at Viking Hall. After Christmas, we'll be with the guys at the Happy Valley Christmas tournament at Happy Valley. So a lot of basketball, just getting ready to get geared up. And so we'll start tomorrow, 12:15 airtime. Lady Cyclone JV taking on the ladies JV of Dobbins Bennett, and then the varsity game to follow after that. All right, let's go buy one, get one free here at all Food Cities through Tuesday. Food City Premium Ice Cream, buy one, get one free. Frozen Currants Pies, buy one, get one free, through Tuesday at all Food Cities. Del Monte Vegetables in the can, buy one, get one free. Progresso Soup, oh boy, love Progresso Soup. Buy one, get one free. Limit 12. All over that like a duck on a June bug. On that serious, that's good stuff there now. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, glass of milk, big old bowl of soup. Make a bulldog break his chain. I'm here, that's good stuff there. Campbell's cream soup and Swanson chicken broth. Buy one, get one free. Limit 4. You also have a host of snack cakes. Limit 4. Buy one, get one free. Also, you have Rice Krispie cereal and Jet Puffed Marshmallow Cream. Buy one, get one free at all Food Cities through Tuesday. Also, the Pick Sweet Farm vegetables, the favorites. Buy one, get one free. Kraft shredded cheese, Dean's dip, or the Chunk Big Slice or Kraft shredded cheese. Buy one, get one free through Tuesday. And then you have selected varieties of Food Club mustard, Lewis Brown and served rolls, or Sara Lee Classic white bread. Buy one, get one free. So the Lewis Brown and served rolls, buy one, get one free at all Food Cities through Tuesday. Oh, man, that's some good deals at all Food City locations. So, let's see what's back here. Little Debbie snack, the Christmas tree cakes. Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes, 2 boxes for $5 through Tuesday. You have the pie she talked about earlier in the show. Thank you again, Terry, for coming by. Brittany is covered up today. She can't get here, and so is Shane. Shane's making fruit baskets. He said, dude, we are making fruit baskets unbelievable back there. Fruit baskets. You can get them to feed. In fact, let's look it up real quick. Where is the, here it is, the fruit baskets. All Food Cities. This is a great, healthy way. Look here, fruit baskets. You've got them to the Classic, the Harvest, the Sampling, the Joyful, the Orchard basket. These are all different sizes for the needs that you would need for the fruit baskets. They've got, 5 different ones to choose from out of the book. Classic, Harvest, Sampling, Joyful, and the Orchard basket. For example, what is the Joyful basket? 2 red delicious apples, 1 golden delicious apple, 2 navel oranges, a D'Anjou pear, a banana, and a half pound of grapes. That's the Joyful basket. Great practical gift for the Christmas season will be a fruit basket from your local Food City. And they make them, and of course he's back there, as you said, he can't come out. He's literally mass producing. I'm so sorry. We are mass producing fruit baskets. We got a bunch of folks wanting baskets, and I get it. So that's how that rolls. That's going to do it from here. Again, thanks to our guest, again, David Lyons. Got hung up at a meeting, couldn't get here today, and I appreciate that, him letting me know. I don't appreciate he didn't make it. Wish he would have, but we'll get him next week. Do thank Ivan Sanders and also Terry from the Bakery Deli being with us today, and also Annalise, the store manager, got it all started. We will finish it up with the verse of the day, as we always do, and it goes like this. It says in the book of Isaiah 40, 28 and 29, do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. Unbelievable. He says in Isaiah, the other part of Isaiah, my ways are not your ways. You're not supposed to know what I'm doing. You're not going to know what I'm doing. And we don't, most of the time, know what he's doing. We have to trust him. And that's what it's all about. It's called trust and obey. Verse 29 says, he gives strength to the weary. Are you weary right now? A lot of folks are. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. How about that? So, good way to end it. Here on show number 12 or 2201 will be 2202 on Monday. Full slate of shows next week. We'll be at Phil's Dream Pit on Tuesday. Wednesday will be, we will. We'll be there Wednesday. Where are we at on Wednesday? Don't know yet. You got to look here. What does next week's show look like? It will be, Monday will be at Duck Crossing, the antique store downtown. It's retail Christmas shopping season. Tuesday will be at Phil's Dream Pit. Wednesday will be at Big John's Closeouts. Thursday will be at Lingerfield Drug Center, and Friday right back here. We'll be back here at Food City here in Elizabethton to wrap up the week and kick off the last weekend before Christmas. Hard to believe. I mean, it's here, folks. Today is the 13th. You've got another week. Christmas is 12 days out. Christmas Eve's 11 days away, so you best be getting shopping. And here's a good place to come in and get your toys in here. Wrapping paper in here. Christmas cards in here. Christmas flowers, both fresh and silk, in here. It's all right here again at Food City, at all Food City locations. So, out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Thanks to the folks this week. We've been at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. We've been to the Carter County Bank. Been at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Been at the Eagle Center yesterday, celebrating show number 2200. Today, we wrap up the week and kick off the weekend at Food City here in Elizabethton. Back with you tomorrow at a 12:15 airtime for Lady Cyclone basketball doubleheader at Dobbins Minute at home at John Treadway Gymnasium. Until then, we'll tell you as always, bloom where you're planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2201 today here at Food City in Elizabethton on the Tom Bailey Sports Show. Have a great weekend. See you back here tomorrow for